Hey everybody, welcome back to the Thinking Crypto channel. I have some very big updates to share with you all. We're going to talk about Visa and PayPal participating in a funding round for a crypto venture capital firm. This is big, and we see that these different companies are double dipping. They're investing in the assets, the companies that are building the infrastructure, and they're also building their own products, right? So it should be triple dipping, if I want to put it that way. And then we have some major updates around other Bitcoin miners. Obviously, yesterday we talked about the news of miners leaving China and they're going to other countries. Some are coming to the United States. Well, we have some big updates around too that you should definitely know about. In addition, Ripple is trying to potentially bring Jay Clayton or William Hinman or both of them to the stand for questioning. This is interesting, and the SEC is trying to block it. So I'll break it all down for you guys. Before we get into it, please go ahead and hit that thumbs up button, leave a comment below, and hit the subscribe button if you're new here. It helps support the channel, and it doesn't cost you anything. Guys, friendly reminder, I have a free weekly newsletter. Please sign up. It's free. It helps support the channel, and it's all crypto insights and knowledge, no spam. Also, this video is sponsored by OKCoin, which is a great crypto exchange that has the lowest fees around. So why pay high fees, guys, when you're buying your crypto? Whether you're buying, selling, trading, whatever it is, pay low fees. Sign up with OKCoin, link in the description. Now, guys, we saw a big crash, big pullback for Bitcoin. It went below $30,000. However, we are seeing a bounce here. Now, as we've been talking about for the past month or so, we are in a correction phase, and some consolidation and sideways movement. So we saw Bitcoin break below $30,000, but then we saw a bounce. So is this bounce for real? I don't know. It could be a trap, right? It could be a fake out here. We'll have to wait and see. At this point, it's a waiting game. I do believe you're still in a bull market. I do believe there's another leg up for this bull run, but this cycle seems like it's going to be a bit more extended. And historically, every cycle has been getting longer and longer. If you go back and look at 2013 versus 2017 cycle was longer. And I think this time around, it's going to be the same is true. I think this is going to play out more into 2022. Obviously, I don't like that. I want to make significant returns and obviously cash out and use the money wisely, not to put it in a bank to sit and inflation hit it, right? But we got to be patient. This is investing, and a lot of it is patience and looking at the charts, taking your emotions out of it and looking at the charts. Now, all the fundamentals and the on-chain data still shows that we are in a bull market despite what's happening here. And I'm hoping that, we find support at that $30,000 level. We don't go lower, but there is a potential to go lower. Just so you know, it could. Some people are saying it could go to 20,000. We'll have to wait and see. But from a macro level standpoint, I think we're still on track. I mean, if you just look at the history of Bitcoin cycle movements and the 4-year halving cycle, things are still on track, and you've had some serious corrections in the markets, in bull markets. Now, the other aspect to that is what we've been talking about. I think we overshot ourselves. And when I say that, we moved too fast to 65,000. I think it was such a strong move up in such a short period of time. This is why we're seeing such a deep correction, if I want to put it that way. So these are just my thoughts. It's all probabilities here and the likelihood of things playing out. I don't think we're in a bear market, but if things go lower and the data shows that, hey, you know what, looks like we're in a bear market, I will be the first to say we are in a bear market. But right now, I think it's still too early, and I think the probability of us going to a bear market is low, and the probability of us being in a bull market is high. So that's how we got to look at it, and patience is the key here. I think the next 1 to 2 months are going to be a bit painful. They're not going to be fun, but I think this, and this is not financial advice, by the way, this is a great accumulation opportunity, the dollar cost average. That's what I'm doing. I'm not telling you to do that. And, obviously be careful with how you invest in this market. It's very volatile. Put money in that you're willing to lose. That's how you got to think about it. So you're not up at night thinking about your life savings, right? This should be money you're playing with. And if you lose it, you can still pay your bills. You still have savings and so forth. I'm saying I know a lot of you OGs know this and you've been around the block, but there's a lot of new people in the market and they have to understand how to treat it. So that's how I'm looking at it. It sucks to see red and my portfolio down, but one of the other things that one of the reasons why I created this channel was so that we don't just look at price, because price will eventually follow the building and the infrastructure and the adoption. We got to look at the news. And an example of this, Visa and PayPal have joined crypto VC, venture capital, blockchain capital's new $300 million fund. PayPal said it's the first time the company has invested as an LP in a fund focused on blockchain and digital assets. Now, we know both Visa and PayPal are adopting crypto and blockchain. PayPal being, a big one that made a huge splash on the market by announcing they were going to allow people to buy, sell, trade crypto. And they also released their own Venmo, which they own, right, to millions of users. And they are now investing in funds that are going to invest in the crypto market. So I hope you see what's happening here. That's how much confidence they have in this asset class and the future of it. So let me give you the details. PayPal and Visa are chasing bets across the crypto industry as partners in Blockchain Capital's fifth venture fund, a $300 million war chest announced Tuesday. The increasingly crypto-savvy companies are relative newcomers to crypto VC. While both have invested directly in a handful of crypto startups, joining as limited partners LPs means an outside manager will place broader equity investments on their behalf. PayPal confirmed to CoinDesk this is its first such arrangement with a crypto VC firm. Blockchain Capital is one of the older and larger crypto native venture capital firms with over $1.5 billion under management. General partner Spencer Bogart told CoinDesk. He said the firm's fifth fund also received backing from pension funds. Guys, let me read this back for you. He said the firm's fifth fund, the fifth one, right? Not the first or second, this is the fifth, has received backing from pension funds and university endowments, but declined to name the additional LPs. Guys, do you see what is happening here? And I know it's hard to kind of, put this in context, especially with the price, but these people are making the bets now. They're putting in millions into these funds to invest in the crypto market, to buy the digital assets, but also investing in the companies that are building the infrastructure. They're not concerned about the price right now. They don't give a crap about it because they're looking long-term macro level. And I hope you guys are looking at it that way too. And, this is why I'm sharing this news. This is the facts. And you have these large companies are taking these big bets. Trust me when I tell you, they don't want to lose money. They want a return on their investment. Now, yesterday's video, we talked about the migration of miners out of China to other countries. Well, check this out, guys. Stronghold Digital Mining raises $105 million to turn waste coal into Bitcoin. The mining firm has a power plant in remote Kennerdell, Pennsylvania, using an alternative energy source grouped with hydropower in environmental impact. Couple of takeaways as I discussed yesterday. The US is allowing Bitcoin mining. Despite criticism from whoever, Elizabeth Warren, Janet Yellen, they are allowing these companies to mine, and some of the largest Wall Street firms are invested in some of these companies, like Fidelity. And the world's largest Bitcoin mining farm is being built in Texas. We saw the mayor of Miami, this was covered by CNBC. The man went on TV and said he's inviting Chinese miners to come to the United States and mine. It goes back to what we were talking about. The US is not going to let China control the hash rate of Bitcoin. It is time for the US to take control, and at least, if not take control, make the hash rate control more decentralized, more dispersed among different countries. So this is all going to lead to more adoption because I tweeted about it. It's going to address the optics of the centralization of mining in China, ESG, and the energy consumption with these companies now moving towards renewable energy. I hope you see what is taking place here. Bitcoin is here to stay. It may not be the best, the fastest, and whatever, but as a store of value, as digital gold, it's here to stay. Now, there are better payment solutions out there like XRP and things like that, and that's a different use case. So I say these things. I hope you guys can look at this ecosystem, this market holistically, and see the different use cases and aspects of it. So this company raised $105 million. So somebody's putting money in here and looking at the future. They know the U.S. is not going to ban Bitcoin mining or whatever. They're welcoming it, guys. So the fight for clean energy-powered cryptocurrency mining moved forward Tuesday as Stronghold Digital Mining, a digital asset miner powered by alternative energy, announced a $105 million funding round. The raise comes from 2 private placements of equity securities, with investors being granted registration rights to require a future public listing. Stronghold told CoinDesk. Investors include MG Capital, various family offices, and Greg Beard, a former senior partner at a private equity firm, Apollo Global Management. Beard is listed as Stronghold's co-chairman and CEO. The Pennsylvania company converts waste coal, a material left over from coal mining, into power used to mine Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. Defined as Tier 2 alternative energy source by state regulators, waste coal is equivalent to hydropower in its environmental impact. The company estimates that for each Bitcoin mine, 200 tons of waste coal is eliminated. Guys, they're finding alternative energy and renewable energy options here, and this is the shift taking place. And I think this is going to lead to more corporates and Wall Streeters and big institutions adopting crypto. And I think it's probably going to lead to a Bitcoin ETF getting approved, among other things. But this is probably one of the concerns that is holding things back. And we saw Elon tweet about this, right? And he said if the 50% of the miners are using environmentally friendly methods to mine Bitcoin, then Tesla is going to accept payments again using Bitcoin. And I think other corporates are going to follow suit. Guys, the future is bright. Now, here's another example. Chinese Bitcoin mining company delivers first machines to Kazakhstan. BIT Mining expects to deliver another 2 batches of machines by the start of July. So they're going to other countries like we talked about yesterday, guys, the United States and other countries. So the dispersion, the decentralization of the mining and breaking up of the mining pools in China, as far as the control of the hash rate there. So the publicly traded company expects to deliver another 2,600 machines before the start of July, it said in an announcement Monday. The company's remaining machines will also be shipped overseas. The mining machines already shipped have a theoretical maximum hash rate capacity of 18.2 PHs. 1 PHs stands for 1 quadrillion hashes per second, the measure of how many calculations a mining machine can compute. The move to Kazakhstan came before BIT Mining received notice on Saturday that the power supply for its data center in Sichuan would be suspended by the state energy regulator. Guys, this is all bullish news. Imagine Bitcoin mining now going to, in every country, there's mining happening and it's more decentralized, right? It's not primarily based in China. And especially now that it's coming to the United States, and as mentioned earlier, the world's largest mining farm being built in Texas. Big things ahead. Now check this out. One of China's biggest miners bought 1,100 Bitcoin worth $36 million over the past few days. He intends to buy more, and this was reported by Bitcoin Magazine. And you may say, well, why is a miner buying Bitcoin? Well, they understand the market. They understand the price movements and what's coming. If you saw my interview with Fred Thiel, CEO of Marathon Digital Holdings, they're a mining company here in North America, he talked about they're holding Bitcoin in their balance sheet and they're not selling, what's being mined. So they are holding for higher highs. So this is the patience game, right, guys? Now, as mentioned earlier, that, maybe when some of these concerns are addressed with ESG, environmental stuff, the decentralization of the hash rate, we could see the SEC move and approve a Bitcoin ETF this year, maybe more than one. And one such is Jan Van Eck, their CEO, said the SEC should approve a Bitcoin ETF. Investors are really asking for it. He was on CNBC talking about this. Here, Bank of America analyst was on Bloomberg today and said Bitcoin is creating a new ecosystem for value transfer. This is real economic activity. So we're seeing the narrative change from the big banks, stock exchanges, and so on and so forth, guys. It's just, once again, the patience game. Let all of this play out. It's all moving in the direction of adoption and growth. And the price right now is nothing to worry about, right? You just zoom out, look at the market cycles. That's how these guys are looking at things. Now, guys, this is interesting. You all know I hold XRP, and this lawsuit, the SEC filed against Ripple, is going to determine how the rest of the market is regulated. I still think Congress needs to step in, and I think we're seeing some signs of that, but check this out. SEC announces intention to file on Thursday, June 24th, 2021, a letter motion to quash a deposition subpoena served by Ripple on a former SEC official. Briefing scheduled below. I wonder who that SEC official would be, my friends. Could it be Jay Clayton and William Hinman? Here's what James K. Fillon had to say. This means that Ripple wants to question under oath deposition a former SEC official. The SEC objects to the deposition. The parties could not work out their differences, and they want Magistrate Judge Netburn to decide if it will happen. We do not know who the former SEC official is yet. I give you two guesses: Jay Clayton or William Hinman. So this would be interesting, guys, because we see the slimy moves that Jay Clayton made. The guy did not approve of Bitcoin ETF, and he filed this BS lawsuit on his way out. The last couple of days left the whole SEC in shambles, and to pick up the pieces as the new administration was coming in. He ran out the door with his cronies, and lo and behold, he finds his way at a company that's investing in Bitcoin. Now he's trying to beat the drum for a Bitcoin ETF because he's an advisor with them. It just reeks of conflict of interest, right? It's just horrible. And it's all on display now. I don't think anything will happen to him, and I don't know if we'll see what happens here. Once again, I still think that the Congress needs to step in, and I think they're going to pass a bill that will put the SEC in their place, because the SEC, they just seem to can't get out their own way. I think Hester Peirce is the only reasonable person there. She's the one been beating the drum on we have to treat digital assets differently. And if you haven't seen my interview with her from 3 months ago, be sure to check it out. I'll put a link in the description. And we'll have to wait and see how this plays out. So I know I've said patience like 20 times already in this video, but I can't overstate how important that is right now with what's happening in the market, and just even the lawsuit with Ripple. But things are moving in the right directions, and the things that we want to see, the bullish activity, the move towards investing and putting more capital in the market, it's happening. It's happening. And once again, all these things will come to fruition with higher prices. So guys, what do you think about this news? Leave your thoughts and comments below. Hit the thumbs up button, share this video, and I will talk to you all later.